You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Summer is just 2 weeks away, and here on the Suncoast, a crackdown on alcohol sales to minors. Find out which stores have already been caught.
And this morning, we're going to tell you about an active shooter response training that's taking place here today. This is a live shot at Bayshore High School. ABC's Marla Spence will join us live from there.
And you can now navigate Sarasota County libraries straight from your smartphone. We'll tell you all about the new app. Good Morning Suncoast resumes right now. Wednesday, June the 6th. Welcome back. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for joining us or waking up with us this morning. We're talking a little bit of rain in the forecast. Right, John Scalzi?
Absolutely right. The rain chances today better than they were 24 hours ago. We do have some scattered showers on the radar at this moment, actually, in parts of Manatee County and also down around Venice. We're seeing a shower moving onshore. All part of a larger scale system producing some very heavy rainfall north of us. But for us, I think our rainfall totals today will be in the 10th to a quarter-inch range, unless you happen to be under one of the thunderstorms that'll produce a bigger downpour. But for most of us, that's the way it'll work out. Our rain chance today comes in at about 30% during these morning hours, bump it up to about 50% during the noontime hour, and then the focus is going to kind of shift into inland areas a little bit later in the afternoon. By about 3, I think we can knock down the rain chance to about 40% as most of those showers move into inland areas. Complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
Talk to you soon, John. Let's check the roads right now. A little build up there on State Road 70. Otherwise, pretty clear so far this morning in Manatee County. Checking farther south now, the upper half of Sarasota County. We did have an earlier issue there on University at 75 that apparently has since cleared up. No problem with that. So onward and upward, no problem there. And then checking our final maps to the south, we'll see all clear right now at 6:01 on this Wednesday morning.
Well, if you hear what sounds like gunshots coming from Bay School High School later on this morning, do not worry. Today, local law enforcement and school officials will be there for an active shooter response training.
Marla Spence is live at Bayshore High School now with a preview. Marla?
Good morning, guys. From 8 to noon today, Bayshore High School will look a little different than it does right now. There will be law enforcement with Bradenton Police and the Manatee County Sheriff's Office here on campus to participate in that active shooter response training. Now, not only will police or sheriff deputies be participating in today's training, but also student resource officers, Manatee County school district principals, assistant principals, district directors, and other district administrators. The school district says there will be elevated police presence at the school and also simulated blank gunfire at the high school as well. Now, in an effort to make sure people in this area are not concerned, the school district alerted parents of Bayshore, district employees, and neighboring businesses and organizations, including IMG Academy and State College of Florida, about today's active shooter training. We spoke to one recently retired Manatee County teacher, and she says trainings like today's training should happen more often to help schools be better equipped for an active shooter situation.
Living where I do and in this district, it seems like something that could never happen. But anytime it happens, it's at a place where people thought it could never happen. I really do think it's important to be aware of what can be done and how to do things in the event that it happens, because if we just pretend it won't, then we're not prepared at all.
And this training is not only for Bayshore High School, but for other faculty and staff that work in surrounding schools across the county. Today's training will be only for police and also sheriff deputies, as well as faculty and staff with the Manatee County School District. Other from that, this school will be closed off to the public. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, as we head into the summer, the Sarasota Sheriff's Office is cracking down on alcohol sales to minors. Take a look. During an undercover operation by the Sheriff's Office, they cited 8 local store clerks for underage sales. Deputies visited 40 stores throughout Sarasota County between May 31st and June 1st. Now, the Sheriff's Office says that summer break is really a common time of the year for underage students to try and buy alcohol. These undercover operations serve as a reminder to stores of the consequences if they get caught selling to minors.
The recent rise in illegal dumping in Northport has the city asking police to start cracking down a little harder. Lots of items are appearing now on the side of the roads in the southeast part of Northport, down by the Charlotte County line. The city says they will clean up the mess as quickly as they can, but there is so much that it might take some time. Anybody caught can expect to pay a penalty and could be charged with a felony.
It's just something we want to stop, mainly because it does affect our taxpayers, but also the citizens that live here. You know, they walk their dogs on the street, they run, they jog, they exercise, and you know, you can't blame them. You wouldn't want this garbage, you know, in your neighborhood.
When friends and people would come over, they would comment on it, so that's pretty bad. When people are driving through your neighborhood and saying, hey, there's a couch on the side of the road, and over on this one there's a TV, you could put it together and have a living room.
If you see any illegal dumping, you're please asked to call the Northport Police Department.
In consumer news now, how to protect people from those gas skimmers that keep coming up on pumps across the Suncoast. Well, the city of Punta Gorda might have one solution. Even though they've only had one gas skimming case in the last 10 years, the Punta Gorda police chief says that most of their experience comes after the fact when people report fraud charges on their credit cards. So they want to stop the crime before it affects the consumer by adding a lock and key device on pumps. Now, that's actually proven successful in Cape Coral. So at a commission meeting later on today, the police department will present a proposal that would then make every gas station within city limits install these special locks on the pumps.
Now you can download books, magazines, and music with Sarasota County's new library mobile app. The new app works with Apple, Android, and Amazon devices. You can search the library catalog, renew items, place holds, download books, magazines, music. The app also allows you to view the event calendar, request a meeting room, and browse resources. If you want to download the app, we can help you do it. Go to our website at mysuncoast.com. Very handy. Still ahead.
So what exactly is the price that you pay for lack of sleep? Well, we're going to break it down for you when we come back. But first,
here's a shot of the radar, John. We've got some showers coming across the area.
Absolutely. Those showers are going to be building, I think, as we head into the afternoon. Scattered showers moving into the region, and the rainfall forecast calls for about ½ inch of rainfall, perhaps, over the course of the next 24 hours. The drive time forecast has the rain box checked because of scattered showers really almost anytime, almost anywhere throughout the morning and into the afternoon. I think by the evening, you're probably going to be okay close to the coast, but inland you could see some stronger thunderstorms. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So here's the thing, almost any time, almost anywhere during these morning hours, we might pick up a brief shower, maybe even a thunderstorm today. That's the way it's going to be today and probably tomorrow as well. Right now we've got a few showers that have popped up here and there across the Suncoast. Mostly in inland areas near Parrish, there's one lone shower. Over the Skyway Bridge, there's a shower building there. And then down to the south, probably our heaviest shower across the region on Osprey, Casey Key, down toward Nokomis. There are some pockets of some moderate rainfall. That's moving inland and dissipating pretty quickly. So again, that's the way it'll be throughout the morning hours. Now by afternoon, I think the focus of the showers is going to be more in inland areas. But we have this disturbance located to the north, which will enhance our chance for rainfall both today and tomorrow. Now we're on the very southern edge of this disturbance's radius of influence, but we're still going to, get a little bit of a disturbance from it. Look for about a 30% chance of rainfall today, 80 our temperature by around 9 o'clock. As we head into the lunchtime hour, our rain chance goes up to about 50% with that little bit of daytime heating. Might get a thunderstorm develop near the coastline. All of the showers that develop near the Gulf waters and near coastal waters moving onshore will tend to move toward inland areas. And then eventually, by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, the focus for the shower and thunderstorm development is going to shift from Gulf waters to inland locations as that sea breeze gets going and the daytime heating begins. We'll get up to about 86 and we'll have that kind of mix today of sun and clouds. Rain showers taper off as we head into the evening. Here's our future cast. We'll put it in motion hour by hour, show you what we think is going to happen here. We've got those scattered showers, as I mentioned, popping up here and there across the Suncoast almost any time, almost anywhere coming at us from Gulf waters. Then as we head into the lunchtime hour, I think we'll still see a few of those showers around. Some of them might become a little heavier, and we'll notice the beginning of a development of a line of showers in inland areas. As we head into the later part of the afternoon, I think the better chance for rainfall will be inland along a line that'll develop with some heavier thunderstorm activity moving toward the other coast. Our coastline will start to quiet down a little bit. There may be still a few thunderstorms out in Gulf waters. Those will tend to kind of die out before they make it on shore. But even this evening, there's an outside chance of an isolated shower near the coastline, dying shower near the coastline. And then as we head into the overnight, pretty quiet. As we wake up tomorrow morning, I think we'll do it all over again with scattered showers popping up almost anywhere, almost any time during the morning hours. Maybe a thunderstorm possible, isolated one, because of that low pressure area located just to our north. This trough of low pressure, this frontal boundary at the surface located just across the panhandle of the state, is going to be a feature that sticks with us for a couple of days. Little areas of low pressure will kind of ripple right along that frontal boundary like trains on a railroad track. They'll be moving right along that general path. And so most of the activity stays to our north. But it's close enough that it does influence and destabilize our weather a little bit, and so we up the rain chances to about 50% today, 40% tomorrow. I like that. High pressure to our south keeps our winds out of the west and focuses most of the activity toward the other coast. But still, we get this warm, deep, moist plume of air coming in off Gulf waters right over our state, and so consequently our rain chances slightly elevated from where they were at the start of the work week. So good rain chances today. Afternoon storms will start to focus more in inland areas, and then probably showers all week long, off and on. Best rain chance today and possibly over the weekend as well. Our rainfall totals Well, they're not going to be all that impressive. As we take it through Friday, you know, we may pick up an inch of rainfall, perhaps another additional inch, but spread out over a period of days. That's the kind of beneficial rains that really do soak down and percolate into the aquifers. So glad to see that sort of thing happen. It's not going to be any kind of flooding rains. Now, over on the other coast, in inland areas, points to the north, there is the potential for some heavier rainfall that could lead to some localized flooding and maybe some local urban flash flooding on streets and things like that. But I don't think we'll see that here. So for beach and boating forecast, it looks like this. A west wind at about 5 to 10, comes in at about 10 in the evening out of the southwest. You'll have a moderate chop with 2 to 3 foot seas, but you will be dodging those showers, boaters. 86 today, 50% chance of rainfall. Then tomorrow, about the same, really, 40% chance of rainfall and daytime high, perhaps a little warmer. We might get a little bit more sunshine tomorrow. And then Friday, about the same. Saturday and Sunday, things are going to kind of switch around on Saturday and Sunday. Instead of the storms coming at us from Gulf waters and moving inland, they'll build inland and move to the Gulf waters. So kind of a reversal in direction there. Everybody will get a chance at storms. They'll be mostly the afternoon flavor. And then as we head into Monday and Tuesday, our rain chances start to trend down. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look outside to check out that first alert traffic for you this morning as you head out the door. So far, Manatee County not running too bad, just some usual spots if you're coming from Ellington, heading over the bridges into Bradenton, starting to see some slowdowns there as well. 301, State Road 70, always a hot spot in that area. A little bit farther south as we head into Sarasota County, you start to see some slowdowns right there on, that is Fruitville Road, right there on the corner of Fruitville and 301 area. That whole area is a little bit slow this morning. A couple delays right there on Bee Ridge as well. A little farther south in the county, those roads aren't looking too bad just yet. Both 75 and 41 are running pretty smooth for 616. That's your first alert traffic. Well, with busy and sometimes stressful lives, it is no surprise that 1 out of every 3 people doesn't get a good night's sleep.
Or 3 out of 3 in this studio right now.
You are correct.
ABC's Janae Norman tells us the price tag that goes with a lack of sleep.
Sleep has become a luxury for some in an age of single parents, social media, and scrambled schedules. The number of people who suffer from inadequate sleep is significant and increasing, and that lack of sleep actually comes with a price tag. For the first time ever, researchers out of Australia counted the cost of inadequate sleep from the health and safety perspectives, along with losses from decreased productivity in the workplace. Costs related to healthcare needs, even the time taken to talk about healthy sleep with a doctor, motor vehicle accidents, workplace injuries, reduced employment and early retirement, days absent from work, lack of productivity, and premature mortality were all rolled into the estimate. Here it is. The cost of inadequate sleep in 2016-2017 was an astonishing $45.21 billion. This equates to $6,117 for each person not sleeping enough in both financial and well-being costs. The cost of hospital care, doctors, medications, and tests alone, that was $1.24 billion, a large chunk of change. Of course, this is all an estimate, but inadequate sleep has a real association with many medical problems: heart failure, diabetes, depression, and stroke, and society pays a cost. How to lower that cost? Healthy sleep. Going to sleep at the same time every night, weekends too, using the bedroom for sleeping, not as a TV room, and cutting down on caffeine and bright lights before bed will all help. Sleep tight. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News.
And now I feel better.
Ew, I got a lot of questions about that survey. You got a big one about naps, right?
Well, I wonder if naps can be added to the overall amount of sleep that day, or do naps not really count? I've heard both surveys.
Let's go with that they count, just for our mental health.
Every day viewers stop us and say, what time do you get up?
2:30.
3:30.
Yeah.
There. Now
there we go.
Don't ask us again. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Remembering the iconic fashion designer Kate Spade. We have new reactions this morning after her sister revealed that Kate had suffered from depression for years. Plus, Marla?
Although school is out for the summer for Bayshore High School, this campus is expected to be pretty busy today for an active shooter response training. We're telling you who's participating and what time that training is expected to happen. That's coming up at 6:30.
Here's a live look right now at Titan radar. There are some showers crossing the area. John's complete forecast coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
More than a month has passed now since the volcano on Hawaii's Big Island began erupting. More than a month, and there's still no sign of things letting up. Hundreds of homes completely gone, all falling victim to lava from the Kilauea volcano. Scientists say they have no way to predict when the destruction will end.
It's a lot easier to forecast when an eruption will begin than to forecast when one will end. Actually, what's really been keeping me up at night are the earthquakes. So it's been up at the summit just rocking and rolling about every other day.
In fact, there have been more than 12,000 tremors since May the 4th. The island historically averages about 1,000 per month.
Well, this morning we are learning more about the sudden death of designer Kate Spade. In a series of emails to a Kansas City newspaper, her sister revealed that her suicide was not unexpected. Told the newspaper that Kate had suffered from depression for years.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim has our story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Kate Spade's unexpected death sending shockwaves into the fashion community.
It appears at this point in time to be a tragic case of apparent suicide.
Police say the 55-year-old was found by a housekeeper in her Park Avenue home and that she hung herself with a red scarf in her bedroom, leaving behind her husband and business partner, Andy, and 13-year-old daughter. A spokesperson for her family saying, "We are all devastated. We loved Kate dearly and will miss her terribly."
I thought there was a way to combine something that was very functional and simply designed.
The Kansas City native launched her iconic brand in 1993 with Andy Spade, who later became her husband. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll talk live with fashion designer Joe Z to remember Spade's life and legacy. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Add the Activia 2-week probiotic challenge to your healthy routine and see how Activia yogurt, with its billions of live and active probiotics, may help support your digestive health so you can take on your day. Text for a coupon and start the Activia probiotic challenge today.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy children's Claritin Allergy Relief, the #1 pediatrician recommended non-drowsy brand. Because to a kid, a grassy hill is irresistible. Children's Claritin. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
Presenting the Shark Ion Flex 2X, the freestanding cord-free vacuum that can live anywhere because it has 2 rechargeable batteries. That means you can always be charging, even while you're cleaning. Welcome to hassle-free runtime with Shark.
We've all come to appreciate the modern improvements in our routines. Also in foot care? Absolutely. The Omopay Pedi Perfect removes hard skin more conveniently than a manual file. For smooth-feeling feet effortlessly. Omopay.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob Vitello here with Chef Alan Bristow from Publix Aprons Cooking School. What kind of meat you got going on there, bud?
Got a little cube steak we're working with today, which is a really nice way to tenderize a tough piece of meat, is to cube it with a machine called a Jakarta machine.
Well, you could just buy it from the meat department like
Just
that.
buy it from our meat department, it's even better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna season our beef here with a little salt, a little pepper, and then we've got some unseasoned flour that we're gonna dredge this through.
Some people season the flour, that's silly, right?
Well, what are you gonna do? Taste the flour to make sure there's enough seasoning? Doesn't make much sense to me. So once you get to this point, you're gonna put it into a hot saute pan. I already have one going right here. So once it gets cooked and it's nice and brown and ready to go, pull it out of the saute pan. Add some fresh mushrooms in. These are the portobello combos that we have here, Bobby. These are the ones that come in a bag ready to cook.
We just saw that the other day. These are really cool if you're in a rush to make something.
Right from our produce department, 100% ready to go, cook in the bag. You can't beat it. It's a beautiful thing. So we get those mushrooms in there. We're going to add a little bit of flour to that. And all we're doing is making a little bit of roux in the pan, Bob.
Cool. Very cool.
Okay, a little French term, it's called to songer. I like that term, and I like it a lot. So that's why I use it. Bobby's laughing at me. That's
I'm not
okay.
laughing, man. I'm just amazed.
We're going to let
great.
that cook for just a couple of minutes, let those mushrooms soften up, and then we add to it.
Is that how the French do it?
That's
right on the side.
Add on the side there. So it's a beautiful thing. Let that cook, and once it starts to thicken up on you, which is what you really are looking for, it takes just a few minutes. Then you're going to put your steak right back into that sauce.
Finish cooking in the sauce?
Finish cooking in the sauce at a nice little slow area like that. The longer we cook it, the more tender it becomes, and that's really what we're looking for, is a nice tender dish.
Beautiful, buddy. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this delicious dish.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Hundreds of teacher positions on the Suncoast are open and need to be filled by August. We'll tell you who's hiring.
Good news for recent college graduates. We'll tell you about current hiring predictions and starting salaries.
And this morning, local law enforcement will be participating in an active shooter response training. Our Marla Spence is going to join us live again from Bayshore High School. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. And good morning to you on this Wednesday morning. I'm Stephanie Webb.
And I'm Ray Collins. June the 6th, and there are some showers right now crossing the Suncoast, John Scalzi.
There are indeed scattered showers across the region. Some of them could turn into some thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon hours. But even this morning, we've had a few around, not in our neck of the woods, but pretty close to us. Cooper in central Sarasota, our youngest weather watcher, 79 degrees. Al in Northport, 75. And Becky in Old Myakka, our longest friend, has 77 degrees at her house. No rainfall reported. So we are looking at these scattered showers moving onshore almost any time, almost anywhere throughout the morning hours, with the heaviest of the stuff moving into actually wooded areas of the state park. So otherwise, heavy rainfall to the north of us. If you are leaving your home, driving north this morning, as you pass, say, north of Newport Richey, you can expect to see some steadier, heavier rains up there. And there could be some flooding rains up there in terms of like urban street flooding kind of thing. For us, I think our showers and thunderstorms will be around throughout the morning hours, about a 30% chance of that. Not great, but there. And then as we head into the afternoon around lunchtime, our rain chances kind of start to build just a little bit. As we head into the afternoon, we'll tick down the rain chance to 40% near the coast, but inland, the rain chance will go up because most of the shower and thunderstorm activity will be focusing in inland areas and drifting further from the coastline. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. So far, so good on the roads. A little blip there on State Road 70 as you approach 14th Street West. Otherwise, pretty clear in Manatee County. Checking farther south there, we'll note there's an issue there on Fruitville as you head eastbound from Shade and head toward Tuttle. Also, Fruitville as you head toward 41, the new Quay project there. And then farther to the south, we'll check the final maps and see. The only thing we see is the base of your screen down there by the 41 logo in the Charlotte County area. Otherwise, all clear at 6:32.
Well, if you hear gunshots coming from Bayshore High School at all this morning, do not be alarmed. It is all part of an active shooter response training that's being held there today for local law enforcement and school officials.
Marla Spence is live at the campus with a preview of today's drill. Marla?
Good morning, guys. In just a couple hours, Bayshore High School will be flooded with Bradenton Police, Manatee County Sheriff deputies, and also Manatee County School District faculty and staff. They'll be here to learn what exactly to do if an active shooter were to come onto any campus within the district. Now, in addition to elevated police presence being on the campus, there will also be simulated blank gunfire at the high school. Because the high school will be pretty active today, the school district alerted parents of Bayshore district employees and also neighboring businesses and organizations, including IMG Academy and State College of Florida. We spoke to a recently retired teacher about today's training, and she tells us trainings like this should happen more often to help teachers learn what they should do if there's an active shooter. She says she and other teachers who really have a passion for students have the responsibility to protect their students in any and all situations.
I know when I walked into my classroom after the Stoneman Douglas shooting, the first thing I thought was, where could the kids go? And if they couldn't get away, what would be my role? And my role would be to to be the line of defense. I think I would have to save them from whatever was going on. I'd have to put them first and myself second.
And today's active shooter training will be, active response training will be starting at 8 o'clock this morning and also wrapping up at noon. This campus will be closed to anyone outside of those who will be here for that training. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you so much, Marla. Well, hundreds, that's right, hundreds of teacher positions in Manatee County need to be filled by August, 300 roughly. District officials say the goal there is to fill the majority of those jobs by the start of the new school year. So why so many job openings? Well, according to the district, employees retiring is one big reason, along with other resignations and contracts that were not renewed. But some believe all those openings are because people are leaving to work in other nearby districts.
And some new information about the graduating seniors in Manatee County. The district did some major math and says altogether the graduates have qualified for about $16 million in college scholarships collectively. The district also says students have been accepted into more than 200 colleges nationwide, including all 5 branches of the armed forces.
Well, as for college grads, job prospects are looking up. According to a new survey by Career Builder, hiring and starting salaries are both on the rise, which is good news. 80% of employers surveyed say they plan to hire recent college graduates this year. 25% of those employers plan to pay them $15 per hour on average. That's double minimum wage. And if you're looking for full-time work, many employers actually plan to pay the graduates higher than ever starting salaries. Maybe I need to go back to school to pronounce words.
An iconic Longboat Key resort will soon be demolished. The Colony Beach and Tennis Resort has been abandoned for nearly 10 years after a legal dispute between the condo owners and management. And since that time, Longboat Key officials say the property has become a hazard there. The Director of Town Planning, Zoning, and Building has ordered the demolition for as early as next Friday. He says the town has given the owners a chance to address the conditions.
The structures are really unfit and unsafe right now, and then entering into another hurricane season, that just adds to the safety concerns that we have.
Alan Parsons is on this project. The director says there is a 10-day appeal period that began last Thursday, but so far there have been no appeals. An Orlando developer has bought the land and plans to build a St. Regis hotel at that site.
Well, voters in 8 states headed to the polls to cast midterm primary ballots. Yesterday, voters picked nominees for Senate seats, governor, and a number of key congressional races that could determine whether Democrats regain control of the House come November. Now, at the center of all this action is California. The state's jungle primary system allows the top 2 candidates to advance to November, regardless of which party they're in. Now, in that race, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, he has been the front runner so far. Republican John Cox is expected to run against Newsom come November.
Tonight, the votes, as you all know, are still being counted, and the fight is far from won.
We put a businessman in the White House. Let's put a businessman in the governor's mansion, huh? Yes.
So Democrats would need to flip 24 Republican seats in order to regain control of the House come November. Well, hurricane season is here. Are your windows ready? PGT Innovations, they make hurricane-proof windows and doors, and they recently showed off just how they test their products to make sure that they're storm-proof.
The idea is to cover the whole house so air doesn't penetrate the inside of the house. When air penetrates the home, the roof pressurizes and pops off. And that's where you see all the devastation of the destructions when the roof starts coming off the house. They're designed to withstand up to a Category 4, up to a Category 5 in some instance storms. The actual design pressures will vary based off the type of window you order.
All right, impressive. Well, speaking of being prepared for the season, a reminder, tomorrow is the last day to purchase those tax-free hurricane supplies. You can find the whole list online at mysuncoast.com. And still to come on Good Morning Suncoast.
Apple farmers are angry to the core.
Oh, boy.
Sorry. They're feeling the brunt of a trade dispute between the U.S. and Mexico, how it's affecting their business when we come back. But first, a peek at the U.S. Capitol. Beautiful shot right there. The building built in 1793.
Very impressive. Someone not built in 1793, John Scalzi.
I have an original copy of the Declaration. No, I don't. We have some scattered showers located in northern Manatee County and also down to the south around the state park. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet right now. I do think that we will have a chance of seeing showers throughout drive time this morning. If you are headed to the beach today, we have 2 locations or 3 locations that have had background samples of red tide in the water. However, none of the reporting stations are indicating any irritants in the air, so that's good news there. As far as the beach goes this afternoon, should be nice. Air quality will be great. That's the good news. It'll be very, very low. It's about as low as it gets, 43. And only 2 beach balls out of 4, I think, for the sunset quality this evening, as we will have this kind of sun and cloud mix and maybe even a few showers later on this evening. Complete forecast coming up in just a few.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small. So Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
your child's classmate,
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Had some scattered showers around this morning. Nothing really all that heavy impacting drivers, but still it could have left some of the roadways a little bit slippery, so just watch for that. Otherwise, the heaviest of the rain now falling in kind of quiet locations in the state park, Mayaca State Park. Otherwise, things are looking pretty good. We will see the chance of showers, though, building and moving onshore throughout the morning hours. So it's certainly not meaning that I'm not trying to say that we don't have any more showers in store for us this morning. We could. Heavier rainfall certainly, though, located to the north, and there'll be some flooding rains, I think, anywhere from about Newport Richey on up through the Big Bend region and then back toward the Panhandle. There's a good chance of seeing some rainfall that could create some water over roadways. So if you're traveling north today, you're going to encounter some pretty steady rainfall, I think. 9 a.m., look for 80-degree temperature and about a 30% chance of rainfall. rainfall. That'll be the kind that's almost anytime, almost anywhere, mostly light stuff. Could have an embedded thunderstorm, possibly, but the best chance of thunderstorms, I think, will be in the afternoon. Around lunchtime, that's when the thunderstorm chance is going to kick in. We'll go with about a 50% chance of rain at that time, both along the coast and in inland areas. The showers building in Gulf waters and kind of drifting along our coastline. And then as we head into the 3 p.m. time period, then I think most of the showers near the coast will start to wind down, and the showers inland will begin to blossom and grow and kind of move toward the other coast. 86 degrees by that time, a little bit cooler because of the cloud cover around. Cloudy, humid throughout the afternoon. And then as we head into the evening, I think our rain chances go down further as most of us see the storms winding down and the showers moving toward the other coast. Tomorrow morning, there'll be more showers around in our neck of the woods. We'll take it hour by hour for you over the next 24 hours. By 9 o'clock this morning, as I mentioned, a few scattered showers depicted on this computer model, and I think that's accurate. There won't be really heavy stuff around, but it'll be the light kind of stuff, anywhere from intermittent windshield wiper to, potentially full-blown windshield wipers for a brief period of time. Then, as we head into the noontime hour, I think we might see a thunderstorm or two pop up here or there, and the focus start to build in inland areas. By 3, I think the focus will certainly be in inland areas as the coastline kind of quiets down just a little bit. There'll be some showers out in Gulf waters. Those will tend to kind of taper off before making it onshore, if they do, later in the afternoon and into the evening. By nighttime, evening, sunset, I think we'll have mostly quiet conditions. There may be a lingering dying shower near the coastline, but that'll be about it. Most of the activity will be on the other coast by that hour. And we'll have a mix of clouds, and there won't be the greatest of sunsets tonight, I don't think. Tomorrow morning, again, we'll look at those scattered showers building in Gulf waters and drifting onto the coastline, just as we are seeing this morning. The area of low pressure located just to the north is going to move across northern top of the state, and that will give us that enhanced rainfall chance for a couple of days in a row before we start to see a reversal of our winds. Right now we have this westerly wind favoring these morning showers, and then the showers building in the afternoon will be in mostly inland locations. It'll be warm with shower chances all week long, but as we head into the weekend, I think what we'll notice is our winds shifting a little bit more to the southeast. Right now, west all through the day, coming in at about 10 knots. But over the weekend, as we shift those winds to the southeast, that's when we see that little bit of a reversal in our pattern. So the forecast is going to shape up like this. Today, 86 degrees, 78 overnight. And tomorrow, about 87 degrees. Both days feature morning showers near the coast, inland showers later in the day. Same thing probably on Friday. Then that wind reversal occurs Saturday and Sunday. Our showers kind of hold off until the afternoon. Then we get the showers building in inland areas, which will drift back to the coastline. And that gives everyone a chance of rain just occurring later in the day. Kind of cooling showers, hopefully. 86 degrees our daytime high both those days. And then as we head into next week, maybe we'll get a little drier air in here that'll trend our rain chances down. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Taking a look outside to your first alert traffic. Lots of red on that map. Starting to see a lot of slowdowns right there in Manatee County. First of all, you can see right there on 75 southbound, a big slowdown as you pass State Road 70. So starting to see some slow going in the morning. 41 and 301, not so much better. Some delays on all of those roads as well. So give yourself a few extra minutes as you head out the door this morning. In Sarasota County, those roads again aren't too bad. Not nearly as bad as Manatee County. Some spots right there on Clark Road and Bee Ridge that are slowing down a little bit. And then farther south in the area, also in Sarasota, if you're heading towards south, if you're going to go toward Punta Gorda or maybe Port Charlotte, 75 and 41. Once you get through most of that area, they're both running pretty smooth out there this morning. That's your first alert traffic.
Well, here's some ominous news. For the first time in 35 years, Social Security will spend more than it collects this year, and Medicare's main trust fund is even worse shape. Medicare will reportedly become insolvent by the year 2026, and Social Security about 10 years later. The projections are the first from the Trump administration since the president signed a $1.5 trillion tax cut last December. More than 60 million Americans are on Social Security, Medicare, or both.
Well, apple farmers in Washington state say they're feeling the brunt of the growing trade dispute between the U.S. and Mexico. Mexico is now imposing a 20% tariff on U.S. apples. That's in response to the Trump administration's tariffs on aluminum and steel imports from Mexico. Now, apple farmers say that the new tariff will have a big impact on their bottom line.
There's nothing we can really do about it. We're going to have to pick those apples come this fall, and we sell the apples to the warehouse, and the warehouse maybe sells them at a lower price so we get less money for them, because to make up for the difference in the price and the tariff.
Now, the state of Washington is the top apple producer in the U.S. Mexico is their biggest export market. Last year, growers there shipped almost 14 million 40-pound cartons of apples to Mexico.
Still ahead, your top 7 headlines before 7 a.m.
That, of course, includes a final look at your weather and traffic and why someone is trying to put broccoli in your morning coffee.
Probably you.
Yep.
There's a shot outside our window. Looks like a nice day, but there's a 50-50 chance of rain. That's part of our top 7 coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
My California closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California closet story.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. It is 6:52 coming up this morning on Good Morning America. The woman in the middle of that violent Memorial Day beach arrest tells her side of the story. That's next on GMA. But right now, here is your top 7 before 7.
First off, John Scalzi's forecast.
Your out-the-door forecast includes a chance of rain showers today. We'll watch an umbrella and a first alert weather app be the necessary accoutrement as you head out the door today. I think better rain chances by about 50% today. Scattered showers with a peek at the sun possible, but thunderstorms likely as well a little bit later on today. So don't forget your First Alert Weather app as well as social media. We're always updating that, and we have a new forecast just put on the weather app with some good video for you. We'll update the forecast, of course, throughout the afternoon. Back to you.
You said accoutrement just now.
Did. Fancy weather.
How do you spell that? I-75 southbound showing some issues there as you cross over State Road 70. Otherwise, no major delays right now as you head out the door in our top 7 here.
And number 3, let's move on right here. Local law enforcement and school officials having active shooter response training today later on at Bayshore High School.
Number 4, Manatee County needs to hire, get this, 300 teachers in the next 2 months. The district says a large number of resignations and retirements are to blame. They also need to hire a new superintendent. The current one just took the top job in Jacksonville.
Number 5, as we head into the summer, the Sarasota Sheriff's Office is cracking down on alcohol sales to minors. An undercover operation cited 8 local store clerks for underage sales.
Number 6, Florida State claimed the 2018 Women's College World Series with an 8-3 win yesterday. They swept Washington in 2 straight games in that best-of-3 championship series.
And number 7, sorry to any of you that are drinking coffee right now, but how would you like some broccoli to go with your morning cup of joe? Ugh, an Australian company, they have developed this new broccoli powder to go in your coffee to make it healthier. Now they claim that just 2 tablespoons of this broccoli powder is supposed to be equivalent to 1 full serving of vegetables. This sounds so disgusting. Would you guys put this in there? Can we just not have something? Can we just maybe have some unhealthy things in our life? But coffee is kind of healthy-ish, right? Would you try it? Your face says it all.
Kidding? Oh
No.
my goodness. Why would you ruin a good cup of coffee?
Right? I need my sugar, my way too healthy big thing of creamer. Let's just load that thing up.
My better half often sneaks essential oils in my coffee and I'm not looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Can you taste them?
No. She tells me later. How do you feel? Good.
Go for it then.
Tricking you like a small child.
It's not difficult. Anyway, umbrella is a good accoutrement, you say?
I believe so.
So fancy,
yes,
darling.
I think
So fancy.
And the First Alert Weather app. You're going to want to check out exactly where these showers are, I think. During the day, you'll see those clouds building. You want to know the direction they're headed because they'll pop up almost any time, almost anywhere throughout the morning into the noontime hour. Then as we head into the afternoon, there'll be some bigger storms popping up, I think, mostly in inland areas, and those storms will be drifting away from our coastline. That'll be the case for the next several days, and then I think as we head into the weekend, we'll get back to more kind of typical afternoon shower and thunderstorm stuff.
Beach weather, beach weather.
Right.
Mama needs some vitamin D.
All right, thank you for watching Good Morning Suncoast.
Good Morning America is straight ahead.